Classrooms are a no-go, as we know, for 300,000 CCSD students. So a lot of parents are now looking for other ways to teach their kids and also keep them safe. Joining us right now, 13 Action News anchor Ross DiMattei, and he's looking at the reasons some parents are picking out pods.
Yeah, so they're learning pods or pandemic pods. They go by several different names, but we know they can be a safer, more productive learning environment for kids, but we also know they're not for everyone. So I talked to a couple experts about the pros and cons about educating your kids in a pod during a pandemic.
Pods are groups of children that are in the same grade, the same level, that are grouped together with perhaps one educator, maybe a team of educators, so parents can share the expenses and the coordination of learning and helping to get through this very challenging time.
The idea seems simple, and it's picking up steam across the country. If kids can't safely be in school this fall, why not put them in a pod where they can stay safe and productive with their peers? After all, some studies indicate distance learning has its flaws.
A lot of learning for children is from other children. So when you're in a pod, you're not only experiencing yourself one-on-one with your parents or with a teacher, you're really getting the benefits of maybe another child has a question that you didn't think of, but that your child can benefit from.
Of course, the biggest question is the cost. Experts estimate it can range anywhere from $15 an hour to tens of thousands of dollars a year, depending on what you can afford and what works best for your child.
If you're going to completely depend on the teachers and the staff of this learning pod, well, that's going to be a bigger expense than if you're just looking for a basic curriculum and a guide and someone to check in with once a week and make sure your kids are on track.
None of us as parents planned to have the added expense of hiring a tutor or a nanny or sending our child to a daycare facility, especially those parents who attend public school or public charter schools.
Zuri DeAmbra started the Facebook group Pandemic School Pods Las Vegas and watched it explode in popularity almost overnight.
We have a lot of families here in Las Vegas who work in the service industry or have to be outside of the home, who are on the front lines or working at a place where they're essential. And so a lot of those parents don't have the capability to host a pod, so they are looking for other places to allow their children either to go to another pod or to collectively come together as multiple families.
With more than 1,000 members, it is the perfect place to find other families, a safe place to put these pods, and the right educator to teach them.
Former educators who are parents who are offering their homes and offering their tutoring services for low costs. I've seen our community businesses and nonprofits come together and offer some facilities to host small groups to do their learning there. And then I've seen the traditional private tutor situation where parents are coming together maybe in a group of 4 or 5 or 6 and splitting the cost of a professional tutor.
DeAmbra says she can't tell you what's best for your child, but when dealing with a pandemic, she says every parent should have a plan.
We don't know when it's going to be safe for us to go back into a brick and mortar situation. So I see this lasting at least for the school year. And my hope is that parents are just always prepared and flexible and use this option of a school pod as an opportunity to maybe see how they can focus on their child's education a little bit more.
Now again, learning pods are just one option, and we know that they're not for everyone, but if you do want to learn more, we've posted some more information and some free resources for you parents out there. Just head to ktnv.com/rebound. Live in the studio, Ross DiMattei, 13 Action News.
All right, Ross, thank you so much.